brother telling you, unstoppable. Let me hear you say unstoppable. The UPP train is unstoppable. Well, brothers and sisters, we're here tonight. We're here to give our full support to Brother John McGinley. I want to say that Brother John McGinley deserves the support of every voter in St. John's Rural North. You have a fine representative. I tell you something about Brother John. He is somebody who, when he has a point, you can't get him to change his mind unless you show him facts as to why he should change his mind. When he's in cabinet, everything for him is St. John's Rural North. Everything for him is what is in the interest of his constituents in St. John's Rural North. And he has done a fantastic job in taking over the Ministry of Tourism. He took over tourism at a time when we were going through the worst global crisis. Our numbers from England and America were just starting to come down because they were really at the center of this crisis. And John was prepared to think outside the box, to engage in a number of innovative marketing strategies. And with his hard work and innovative thinking, John has brought tourism right back to where it was before the crisis. Let's give a big round of applause for Brother McGinley, man. I want to also say that in Parliament, he has been an excellent debater in Parliament. John does his research. John is a key member of the UPP frontbench team in Parliament. I want to recommend the Honorable John McGinley without hesitation. And whether it be in Hodges Bay, or Coolidge, Yorks, or Cedar Grove, is John McGinley all the way. All the way in representing the interests of the constituents of this wonderful constituency of St. John's Rural North. So we expect on election day, it will be John McGinley coming home as one of the victorious candidates for the United Progressive Party. But I tell you, when I tell you about unstoppable, is now they're feeling the pressure. They're making up all kind of policies day by day because they're doing their polling, and the polls are showing them that the UPP has gained momentum, and the momentum that we have gained is showing that it is a certain UPP victory on the 12th of June. You know, I want to tell you, first he came with, he's going to abolish income tax. Well, we already deal with him on that because he can't show how he's going to replace the taxes that are lost. But as he's feeling the pressure, he's been saying they're going to reduce the ABST. Then I was listening to him tonight, and he was talking to Serpent, and he said he's going to reduce property tax. And when he finished saying that, he said, you see, school meals, right now, under the UPP, and everybody happy, you pay $1 for a plate of food. $1. He said, free school meal. On the ALP, free school meal. And then he done say, APUA, wipe out all the bills. You don't have to pay anything. Next thing going to tell you, free house, free land. And if you're single and you're a man, free woman. When he feels the pressure, he will say anything. They will say anything. But I'm telling you, brothers and sisters, they do not have any plans for the future development of this country. You hear what Bike say? Their eyes light up with glee. They want to raid and rape the treasury. That's all they want. That is the only thing on their minds. Sister Joan was telling you about how they used to shake down people, and I want to speak to the business community because Asset Michael will shake down every businessman and every businesswoman in this country. He wants a piece of the action of everything. And he know the amount of money he's been spending on this campaign. And he calculated working overtime because every penny that he spent on Gaston Brown, he's going to try and get it back. He's going to try and get it back. But they know what people know about Asset Michael. You notice? Asset is a man, if he's one thing, he's not shy. Asset is not afraid to talk. And yet, you go through this whole Labour Party campaign, how many times you hear Asset on the platform? They hide in Asset Michael. He can't talk, and that's why he and Gaston have problems. Because he's saying that he's spending the money, but they don't want him to talk. But they recognize you can't run a country with people like Asset. So they're hiding him to try and pull him back after the election when he will want to come in to get back the money that he spent. Let us say no way. Let me hear you say no way. Let me hear you again. No way. No way, brothers and sisters. This government is the government for Antigua and Barbuda. In the good times and in the bad times, we have served the people of this great nation, Antigua and Barbuda. In our first 5 years, we were able to dramatically improve the condition of all pensioners in this country, to make good on the many promises made by the Antigua Labour Party. And brothers and sisters, we were able to record the highest growth rate in the economy in the year 2006 and even going into 2007. And when the economic crisis hit, we did not flinch. We did not run away. We faced the problems head on. And I can say proudly that despite the difficulties, despite the challenges, we kept every single public servant working in this country. That was not easy. And whilst we did that, we made our payments to Social Security. Labour said things were so good for 28 years, and they didn't put a penny into Social Security, undermine the foundations for all the elderly and the senior citizens of this country. It took UPP to fix that. And in the throes of the worst global crisis known to modern history, we were able to pump over $50 million into the Social Security scheme. And in addition to that, we were able to make all our contributions. When they left Social Security and we added everything up, is over $500 million was owed to Social Security. And when you put medical benefits, Board of Education, the Free Trade Zone, the port, APUA, and all of those other statutory corporations, they left government in 2004 with a debt to the statutory bodies of over $1 billion. Say, no way, Jose. No way, Jose. We're not going back there. For people to raid the Treasury, raid the statutory corporations, engage in irresponsible policies to undermine the future of this fair nation, Antigua and Barbuda. And in addition to that, to stimulate activity, we introduced the Construct Antigua and Barbuda initiative. And that initiative, at first we said, it should yield about $30 million in investment domestically. It way exceeded our expectations. Over $100 million was invested in residential construction for the building of new homes just over the last 3 years, brothers and sisters. Over 100 million. And we have had over 600 buildings for residences constructed or in the process of construction. This we did in the face of the worst global crisis known to modern man. And many of the people who benefited are young people who wanted to benefit from this great program, which reduced the cost of residential construction up to 25 and 30%, make house building cheaper. And then we came with the partnership with Bow Panel, and that one stick in the craw. That one bun them in the belly, and they're finding all kind of criticism. There's never been anything like that in Antigua. 100% mortgage, house and land for $150,000. Never before in the history of this country, people can get homes at affordable prices. Once the UPP is re-elected and this program is rolling and underway, brothers and sisters, never before in this country or in the Caribbean have we ever seen anything like that. And then there's a factory, and that factory will employ up to 1,000 persons building panels, not just for Antigua, but for the Caribbean and for South America, creating employment not just on the factory floor, but administrative jobs, human resource management, all sorts of other skills will be required. And then just last week, we heard Mr. Gordon Butch Stewart. He was expanding the project he has in the Turks and Caicos Islands, and he spoke about Antigua. They're continuing with the designs, and early next year, we will see the backhoes working. We will hear the hammers pounding. Brothers and sisters, the steel will be bending. Work for our people. We can't turn back from that now. We can't turn back from that now. Antigua and Barbuda is taking off. We're taking off after the worst crisis that we have ever known. But we have the right leadership. And we say leadership matters. Now more than ever. Not a time to take a chance with men and women who are untried, untested, and untrusted. Now you hear them talking about the Cedar Valley Golf Course. One time they criticized UPP. Oh, you're not getting no investment. You're not getting no foreign investment. If labor come in, then you're going to see investment. But we've been working overtime. And I have to tell you that the government owns 75% of the shares in Cedar Valley Golf Course. And from the time the government has had these shares, the golf course not going anywhere because of the money it takes to keep it up. Last year, we pumped over $500,000 into Cedar Valley Golf Course to keep it going. That money could be used to help educate our children. It could be helped to buy medicine for sick people. It could be used to help pay pensions. We say no. We have entered into an arrangement for an investment of over $300 million. And that will bring the golf course to be the best or the second best in the whole Caribbean. That's what we want, a competitive golf course to improve our tourism product. Brothers and sisters, many have come. Some want to take it over for nothing. We said we're prepared to sell 90% of the shares so that we can get the money pumped into the golf course to bring it up to scratch so that Antigua and Barbuda can be proud of it. And we not careless when we make agreements. We said one for the young people, you must have an arrangement for a youth academy so that young Antiguans and Barbudans can get the best coaching available to become world-class golfers. That's a good thing. And then we said the existing members of that club, of that golf club, they must be in from the start. No measures must be taken that will in any way exclude Antiguans and Barbudans. This is our country, and any investment in this country must take account of the rights of our people. And so we said that any Antiguan and Barbudan who is in that club, you cannot jack up the fees so that you're going to exclude them. And so the agreement is there's to be no increase in any of the fees that are currently paid that will exclude Antiguans and Barbudans. So we get the best of both worlds. We've retained some of the share in the club so that anything that comes out of this big investment, we will still be able to turn over some that will go to the consolidated fund. We will get the benefit of a luxury hotel which will be built to accommodate people when they come here for golf and that type of thing. They criticize us and they say we can't get no investment. No, we get the investment. They want to cost, they want to ball. You want them, you get them, take them now. You want them, you get them, now take them. We will be working for this country right up until the date of election. And we'll be doing good things, not like Gaston Brown just before the 2004 election when he went and buy 3 acres of land for $75,000 the day before the election in 2004. Talk about that. Tell him, talk about that. Brothers and sisters, I feel so good. I feel so happy that the UPP is on a roll. We are unstoppable. We are going forward. We are going upward. They can't stop, are we? Brothers and sisters, what we say? No retreat. No retreat. One love. Blessed love. UPP all the way until I come again.
What is this love they want? It's love they go get.